I was there from 85 to 95. Eddie came with her. Eddie was bored. He's not doing anything, right? He's like, he doesn't want to follow his wife around like a puppy dog. So he finds out about the music office. And he comes over and hangs out, you know, because you can do whatever you want in the music office, you know. We're in there drinking, smoking, whatever. And
Annie, you're pregnant. I overreacted.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Michael here. So, as you know, I've been binging a bunch of Eddie Van Halen stuff. And, by the way, I'm in Florida here. We're down here in Volano Beach. They're doing beach construction. We're leaving in a few days, but it's been awesome. Doesn't feel like Thanksgiving. So I've been doing a lot of Eddie Van Halen binging. And I come across G.E. Smith talking about Eddie Van Halen on Saturday Night Live. And it hits me. His storytelling, the way he looks, his body language, the way he moves his hand, the way he holds his guitar, like making the inanimate object seem like it's been with him forever, like it's a part of him. The low tone in the throat, the way he takes the pregnant pauses, right? Looks off to the left, creates the suspense to pull the eye contact back in. I was like, I have seen this before. And it's with David Carradine in Kill Bill.
Once upon a time, in China, some believe around the year 1003, head priest of the White Lotus clan, Pai Mei, was walking down a road, contemplating whatever it is that a man of Pai Mei's infinite powers would contemplate, which is another way of saying who knows. When a Shaolin monk appeared on the road, traveling in the opposite direction. As the monk and the priest crossed paths, Pai Mei, in a practically unfathomable display of generosity, gave the monk the slightest of nods. The nod was not returned.
they would allow me to invite anybody I wanted to come sit in with the band. So whenever there was a great guitar player in town, I would invite him to come sit in. And this wasn't in, it used to be TV Guide, was this magazine that came out. There was no internet, so you couldn't look it up on the internet. And it didn't say in TV Guide that whoever it was going to be, David Gilmour is going to be playing with the band. No, it didn't say that. The camera would come up for the first band shot, and there's these people, whoever it was. And for the musicians, that was a cool thing. A couple of the guys from Metallica told me that there were times when they would had come off stage and they would get on the bus and turn on the TV to see who was playing with the band that week, you know. So anyway, Eddie was there with Valerie, and it was just a natural thing. I mean, he's one of the great guitar players, so why am I not going to put him on? Of course I'm going to put him on.
I know that you are going to enjoy your Thanksgiving, and as much as I would like to say subscribe to the channel and talk to my website about all that, I have supplied links in the description for you to go down the G.E. Smith versus David Carradine rabbit hole. And you tell me, are these people not related? Are they not two of the best storytellers you've ever heard in your entire life? I could listen to both of them talk forever. On that note, I met David Carradine one time. I was in Charleston, South Carolina. I didn't live there at the time, but I was passing through because I bought a car in Florida and was driving up. I was at a cigar bar right off the cobblestones off St. Michael's Church. I can't remember what it is, but you could smoke inside. It was upstairs, all wood and all that. And he walks in. And I'm with my wife and my friend Emily. And he comes right up to us and he goes, you must be an attorney or something. You speak very well. You're very eloquent. You take your time when you're talking. I've been listening to your conversation for a minute or two. And I immediately knew who he was. And I said, you're about the best in the game at that. He goes, what are you drinking? I said, martini. He goes, that's not a martini. I know more about martinis than anybody that's ever lived. Let me make you a martini. We walk to the bar because we're sitting in the leather chairs, right? He goes around the bar, doesn't say anything, doesn't even ask permission. Immediately goes and makes me this martini. And he had a name for it, and I don't remember exactly, but it went something like this. He took the glass out, slowly filled it with ice, right? Really making the clink in the glass exaggerated, each one, while he's talking about it and holding the story, just like he does in the movie. Fills it with water so it gets cold. Then he goes over to the snifter, he picks out his gin of choice, and he grabs a bottle of vermouth. And so immediately I'm skeptical. He says, I like to take the top off of the gin, the top off the vermouth, and just let the vermouth bottle just look at it. Just look at the gin. I can't remember which gin he chose. He said, you don't actually put it in the glass. He says, maybe, because the purpose of the vermouth is to cut the gin, to take a little of the edge off. Maybe if you got really crappy gin, maybe you drizzle it in there and shake it around and dump it out. Maybe. But this time he had good gin. And then I said, do you want olives? Do you do it dirty? He looks at me with this scowl, like he just sucked my heart out. He goes, no, Michael. No. Grabs a bottle of Blue Label, scotch. Mixes it probably 3/4 gin, a little less than 1/4 the Blue Label scotch. And that's how he mixed it. Puts it in the shaker, shakes it, takes the martini out, gives it to me, pours it, very exaggerated, no fruit, no garnish, nothing. And he goes, that's how you make a real martini. Have a great Thanksgiving.
And there's dress and there's air, right? There's 2 shows Saturday night. So at dress, it was fantastic. It was ridiculous how good it was. Eddie he's a master, he really is. At air, it was great. I mean, it was super high quality, but he made a tiny little mistake. He dropped one, he just forgot like exactly where this one very intricate little thing. Nobody would even know about it, you know. Maybe 3 people in the United States went, oh, Eddie made a mistake. Nobody else knew. He was so upset that he had made a mistake in that. But it was great.
I'm a killer. I'm a murdering bastard, you know that? And there are consequences to breaking the heart of a murdering bastard. You experience some of them. Was my reaction really that surprising?